fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, by way of Olympia, Washington, Jeff the Snowman Monson!
Justin Fuller from the MMA Corner here once again at the ADCC North Carolina Championship, and I'm joined by super fight competitor and 2005 and 1999 ADCC World Champion wrestler extraordinaire, Jeff the Snowman Monson. How you doing today, Jeff?
All right, had a rough day, a tough day. So.
Well, we still appreciate you coming out, putting on a good show. I know the guys love seeing you. They love competing with you. So how does it feel to get back on the mat?
It's good. It's been a while since I grappled. Obviously, I need to. This is going to be a kickstart for me to start doing some more competitions. And ADCC's been, that's where I got my start. So I really appreciate the invitation coming here. And you can see the level, obviously, from when I started in '99. First ADC is like. Wow, it's like a really extreme, difference now.
Here we are 15 years later, right?
Yeah, the guys, everybody's tough. You do like an absolute division in Concord, North Carolina, and there's tough guys here, whereas, before we just kind of walk through it. Now, there's serious competitors, and the sport's really grown, and that's just, you got to give thanks to tournaments like ADCC and some of the tournaments that go on right now.
And now you are still looking to continue to compete in MMA, and you have a fight upcoming, is that right?
Yeah, I fight August 29th in Florida, and then I have kind of a intercession before my kind of a bridge in the gap between, I have a big one October 2nd in Russia, so it's doing that. And then, it was real unfortunate last ADCC I wasn't able to attend because I had a fight, so I'm going to make sure it's open this time to come. So.
Yeah, I know that there was some scheduling issues before, but you definitely made it. And I'm sure they might be looking to invite you again, so this is definitely what you see yourself doing, and continuing fighting and grappling as well, or are you going to transition back to grappling more?
Well, I'm going to fight for 2 more years, but my basis is in the grappling, but the world's, they've caught up, so it's I got to go back to the drawing board and work really hard, like lifting weights, swimming, being in good cardio shape. That doesn't cut it anymore. You really got on the mat and mentally and physically prepare to even a small city tournaments and stuff like that. So and then you have a ADCC. You got real serious competitors come. You better be prepared. So.
And now you had some health issues as well that you feel affected your fight game, but you feel 100% now back in the fight?
Yeah, I was out the last year. I had anemia, which means I had low iron in my blood from my own mistake of changing my diet and stuff like that, and kind of listening to some crazy stuff. But yeah, I feel confident, but unfortunately it also put me out of training for a while. So instead of grappling, instead of boxing and doing the MMA or grappling stuff, I've been swimming, lifting weights, running, which is good, get in shape. But it's different when you get out here and the guys are pushing on you and punching you or trying to submit you and stuff like that. You got to get your balance back, and at my age right now, I gotta really take advantage of the mat time.
Exactly. And right now you're based out of Florida, but you still make it back to Washington every now and then. Anyone in particular you still go and train with when you're up there? I know you talked about working out with Dennis Hallman last night and stories from that, but anyone in particular you still go see when you go back home?
We have Olympia BJJ there with a bunch of good guys, and Dennis Hallman. Sometimes I make it down to Team Quest in Portland and roll some guys there. So it's big everywhere. And then I also go sometime, rarely, but I need to do more, go up to Kirkland and wrestle or grapple over at Matt Hume's at
AMC Pancration.
AMC Pancration. That's really that's where I got my start. So
yeah, they've got the 125-pound champion right now, Mighty Mouse, up there. So there's definitely still producing top guys.
Yeah, Matt's he can take all the he was a kickboxer and wrestled, and then he just kind of learned some pancration and then put his own style together. So it's very effective, and he knows how to train you.
And then the War Master Josh Barnett's also from there as well. So any history there between you two?
The first time, yeah, the first time I went to ADCC. Well, we were on opposite teams, and then we joined AMC. So we were about to do a grappling match, and the first 15 seconds I shot and got a high crotch and blew out my knee, And then 6 months later, we're on the same team. We went to ADCC and we roomed together. So we went in there, go, hey, okay, walk in the room. He goes, the pile drives on my bed and breaks my bed in the first 15 seconds. So I spent the 5 days that we were there, like with a mat on the floor because he broke my bed in the first few seconds. So that's a Josh Barnett
There
story.
you go. That's a good one right there. Maybe next time I see you, we'll get another one every time, right? All right, so you plan on fighting for 2 more years, grappling at least that long, having a good time, being healthy down in Florida. You feel good about the next 2 fights you got coming up this summer and fall, then I take it?
Yeah. This was a good, I say a little wake up, but also get me on the mat. They get in a tournament and get a couple of matches is a good way to, get the ball rolling and kind of shows you what you need to do or where you're at. So this is good. I'm not disappointed today, but overall I'm happy I came, and it's more about not just about the individual. You got to look at the sport, and I'm happy for the sport. I'm happy to see like these tough guys, going right here and feel pretty, it's like when I'm in the ADCC finals, it feels like these guys are that, some guys feel that tough. So
even if you're not competing, you still plan on being a part of ADCC as your future. As like you said, it's how you got your start. You made a name for yourself there. So in some way, you definitely want to show support for that organization and be involved.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I've had the offers to open a gym in Russia, and my thought, recently I've thought about maybe having ADCC trials there in Russia and have the whole region, like Estonia, Latvia, Kazakhstan, Russia, that area have their own ADCC trials and kind of
Eastern European trials.
Yeah, something like that, because there's really nothing there right now, and there's a lot of good guys, a lot of. I go there and train, and we do seminars. We have 100, 150 people at every place, even in Siberia. And then there's, from Dagestan and stuff, there's world champion wrestlers. So
invite your old friend Fedor there to do a super fight with you.
Yeah, I'd love to grapple. Yeah, and he beat me up in a fight. I love to grapple him. So.
Yeah, that's right. Bring him into your world a little bit.
Come on the mat. Let's go on the mat.
Yeah. So. All right. Well, thanks a lot for talking to us. Thanks for putting on a good performance today. We always appreciate it. And I'm Justin Fuller from the MMA Corner. Any closing thoughts, Jeff?
The fans are what makes it happen. If you don't come out and support, then there's no sport. So for all these that want to get interested in grappling, I'm 43 and I plan to do this even on a fun level or whatever, as long as I possibly can. So it's kept me young.
All right. Well, once again, thanks for tuning in.